know it's very hard to be in isolation. We know it's very hard to live with other people as well. But given the chance, most of us would prefer, contact than never to have contact. So like I say, before the end, I invite us to switch on the video and maybe just wave to each other if we want to. It's, we need proper food in this time, to try to eat well. We need distractions at the right time, books or films. We need to have some routine around our sleep. I think all of these things help us to be physically and mentally and emotionally well. And we also need connection. So however that can happen in your life, through reaching out to people, through connecting in this way, that's what we're doing now. But that sense of connection and belonging, we know it's as important as food and drink. And it's interesting, one of the books that really I found so fascinating years ago, and I found it on my bookshelf, was the An Evil Cradling by Brian Keenan, the 4 years he spent in captivity. I thought I might read that again. So whether you're living on your own, or whether you have family around, or whatever your living situation, everybody is welcome here. And finding the space and the time to connect with our own experience as best we can. Of course, bringing mindfulness is like a powerful ingredient into our lives. It's like if we're making soup and we add a really special ingredient, that will really change and color the flavor of that soup. And it's like our process, you might say, bringing a sort of friendly, mindful awareness to our experience. Although the experience itself may not change, we might still be living in the same situation. How we experience that can change. So I thought I'd offer something on a meditation or mindfulness of the elements in the body. So just getting into a position of sitting or lying or standing. If you've been doing a lot of sitting, you might want to stand. And we start with the body. The body is relatively solid. It doesn't change that quickly, unlike our thoughts or feelings. And the invitation is to bring our attention back to the body as best we can. Gently, kindly, again and again. The sense of contact with the ground, gravity, contact with this earth. This support that is here, that we forget about. And the sense of space all around the body, above our heads, so spacious, open and wide. So this somewhat solid body to some degree, it's changing. It won't last forever. But for this moment, we're here. Maybe sensing the muscles, the bones, the structure of the body, the spine. Our body is made up of 37.2 trillion cells. It's a living, changing organism. And every second, millions of red blood cells are circulating, delivering oxygen to each cell in the body. And the body is made up of so many minerals, just as the earth is. Nitrogen, carbon, oxygen. In our body, in the earth, all created in previous generations of stars 4.5 billion years ago. The body, the earth, minerals, proteins, living organisms. Carl Sagan said, "We are made up of star stuff." The earth element, internally and externally. And the water element, 60% of the body is water, fluid, blood, pus, allows the eyes to move, the fluid of the eyes around the eyes, the fluid around the cells, allows our skin to hold together. The water of the universe, the rivers, the seas, the lakes, the clouds. The fluid and wetness in the mouth, the stomach, the digestion. The water element, internally and externally. And the fire element, the heat of the body, the food that has absorbed solar energy as we digest gives us heat. The warmth of the body, the fire of metabolism, the fire element, internally and externally, the sun. The warmth of others, this contact that's needed as much as the sun, as heat, as food. And the air element, so much the preciousness we know of being able to breathe. Over 2,000 gallons of air each day needed to oxygenate the gallons of blood pumped through the heart each day. This life force the elements of air, fire, earth, water. If we removed any one of these, we need them all. We are part of this natural cycle. Resting in this body, perhaps resting on this earth, this floor. May be aware of spaciousness, of air. of the warmth of the body, the fire in the belly. And the fluid allowing us to move with some ease, joints, digestion, eyes, skin. Part of, not separate from. I'm just going to sound the bell. I'm just going to read a poem by Rumi, so just let it flow over. Some words might land, some may not. That's okay. And of course, Rumi was a Sufi, and he didn't write down anything, I believe. Someone followed him and wrote as he spoke. Be helpless, dumbfounded, unable to say yes or no. Then a stretcher will come from grace to gather us up. We're too dull-eyed to see that beauty. If we say we can, we're lying. If we say no, we don't see it. So let us rather not be sure of anything besides ourselves, and only that, so miraculous beings come running to help. Crazed, lying in a zero circle, mute. We shall be saying finally with tremendous eloquence, lead us, when we have totally surrendered to that beauty. We shall be a mighty kindness. Be helpless, dumbfounded, unable to say yes or no. So let us rather not be sure of anything besides ourselves. And only that, so miraculous beings come running to help. When I read that, what I liked about that was not to be sure of anything. It means we can be then open, not to be certain. Allows us to be, like I say, open, not knowing. So I just have a question to everybody. So please mute yourself again now. Unless you would like to, if you'd like to say something or to put something in the chat, please do. And if you want to unvideo yourself as well, so that you can perhaps hear or wave, say good morning to each other, feel somewhat.
Good morning.
Good lunch.
Good, yeah, time now. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
you're very welcome.
It was lovely. Thank you.
What I would say today, if you want to go outside and to do that practice of being in touch with the air element, the earth element, the moisture, the water element, and some heat if there is any heat. Just to go outside is really alive when you're outside doing that practice. You know, to stand in your bare feet on the grass. Anyway.
Thank you, Josephine.
Take care, everybody. And
Okay, bye.
Thank you very much,
Josephine.
Bye.
Josephine.
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.